Hey guys, it's your boy J.M. Irving. Welcome to another episode of J.M. Irving Books. I'm super excited to be talking about, as you can see by the title, my books. So if you guys don't know, I'm an indie author of 3 books with another one on the way. I am just over the moon about it, and I can't wait to just jump into it and share more deets with you.
J.M. Irving Books.
So I started my journey in 2021 of February 2021, and I wrote my first book and edited it in about 2.5 months, and I published it on Wattpad, and I got great responses on there, and I met some good people. And my first book is, like I said, it's Britney's Bay, and it is a psychological thriller. It has a virus in it. And it the main character his name is Brian Tallern, and it is this was a fun book to write because it is, like I said, very psychological. It makes you think, and it makes you really want to like just watch everything that the character does, everything that's around him, and you have to kind of question, is this person, then is a narrator very trustworthy? You know what I'm saying? And there's some conspiracy theories that happen in this book, and I think, like, I wrote this around the time of COVID, so I think COVID had already happened a year in, and so I wrote this, and of course it's not about COVID, it's a different virus.
Oh, thank God.
But I really do think that some things that happen in here, they hit home, and so my friend, she loved it. She'd never read anything like this before, and she really enjoyed it, and so you can get this book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble right now. It will soon be on Apple Books, Rakuten Kobo, Scribd, all those other apps that you can download and get books on. So that was my first baby boy, and my next one, I got even more responses on this one. It is a true crime murder mystery thriller, kind of puts in the mind of like Scream and stuff like that. It's called Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman. So yes, this book is based off the song Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes. Shout out to them. And they are, this book is just, let me tell you, it is very, like, twisty and turny. Like, you don't expect, like, you don't expect who the killer is. I mean, like,
I'm not a killer!
You just don't expect it. Like, you don't, like, you... My friend, her name is Sonia. She is an amazing person. She has been mad at me about the ending for like a whole year now. She has been so mad at me because she said she thought she knew who it was. She's normally right about these things. And so she had to, kind of just put her pride down and just admit that she was wrong, but she's still mad. And so we talk about that all the time, and she always brings it up. And this is one of her favorite ones, and it centers around a woman, an Italian-American woman. Her name is Veronica Shepard, and it starts off when she's 18, and so she has a boyfriend named Danny Walters, and so they're dating and they're in love. And then one day they're at his parents' house, and they're just sitting watching Halloween Resurrection, and then all of a sudden he pulls out a machete, goes around, and he kills his parents, starts chasing after her. A little backstory is that there is a person going around. He's known as the Postman Killer. So, but they don't know. She doesn't put together that he is the killer until the time he's chasing her, and so she gets away. You know what I'm saying? And he goes to jail. But then later on, he commits suicide, but also other news comes out that kind of haunts her. And so 20 years later, she's married to a man named Jake Shepard. He is a cop, and then she has an 18-year-old daughter named Megan, and they are living happy ever after. She's writing a book on her, kind of what happened to her, like a documentary, and it was just, this book is just it's so fun to write. I love making people kind of question and get them and make sure that they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so But going forward, she another person that was involved in that, she not involved, but she was one of the survivors, and so she is murdered in cold blood, and so they're kind of questioning, is this, like, I mean, is Danny really dead? Is like kind of like, what's, is somebody else doing this? There was a funeral and everything for Danny, so it's just like, what's happening here? And so, it's, like I said, it sounds kind of like Scream, but it's like, it's so much more twists and turns. And I would say, as an author, that it's better. And as there's, like, I mean, people, they really had good responses with this one. And like I said, you just don't know who the killer is. And here's a review from a very, very, very really, like, very, really, like, honest critic. His name is JJ, and I follow him on Instagram. I might have mentioned him before. He is just like, I mean, he's so honest. Like, he'll tell you straight up, I hated this book. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say this, I'm very just honored just by what people have been saying about this, especially him. And if you want to check more of my reviews out, I will put the link down below, which I will anyway for all my books. But the last book, the last book is just the one that I probably was most excited to put out. Actually, I was not expecting it to do this well, but now that I've written it, and it was just like, I loved it as the author, and seeing people's responses, this one is just probably my favorite. And it just, like, not just because it did well, but the storyline. I'm a big Marvel fan. I love superheroes. I love Captain America. I love all of them. And so this is like my universe, the Electrify universe. This is called Electrify, a superhero thriller. It came out in July of last year, and it is about a Mexican-American scientist named Brandon Curry, and he lives in a world full of, superheroes called the Altered. They're like my mutants, and so one day he's just eating he's eating breakfast on a cliff, and he's like watching the city, watching the ocean, and then before him, his grandmother's, like the building that his grandmother or his abuelita works in, falls in front of him. And so he runs and tries to go save her. And then little does he know that there is a brawl going on. There is a, Altered, there are, superheroes, and there's some superheroes that went against the main group called the Assembly, and so they were fighting against them, and it caused like this huge, just kind of like brawl, and it's like a whole bunch of destruction, a lot of casualties. Excuse me. Brandon's mother, Abuelita, Sofia de Martin, is one of them, and so he, has a vendetta now. So he's a scientist, and so he's working with a man named John Caesar Collins to create a suit to protect and to fight against people like the Champion, which is like a Superman kind of character. He's really strong and durable, indestructible skin. There's other amazing like superheroes that are very strong that they would need a suit to fight against them, and so they're creating that. And so in a horrible turn of events, Brandon becomes one of them. He becomes a Altered, and so the question is he going to use this his newfound power to help society, help the mankind, or is he going to use it to exercise or try to get his revenge? And so this book is just it's very dark. It's not like your typical, like, it's not like bright and sunny. There are some of those moments, but it is just to tell you, it is a darker story. It deals with things like it deals with a little bit of racism. It deals with, and it's not like I think that some movies can just kind of overdo it when you're talking about racism, and you're just trying to make it all about that. It's not so much about, that's not the core of the story, but that does happen to him, and it does help his character. But it's really just trying to get revenge for his abuelita, and so it's just like, I have a Mexican American friend. Her name is Sonia, and she really loved the like diversity and this character. She said that she's never really, actually, I guess she was thinking about it, she never really heard of a Mexican superhero, like, and I'm not talking about like, Robbie Reyes, where he picks up the mantle of Ghost Rider, but he is the original person, right? He's the original, and so his story is just like it was really fun to write. And like I said, I love Marvel, I love DC, I love shows like The Boys. You know, I really enjoy just everything, anything superhero-esque. I just really loved it, and so this superhero universe is going to expand, is going to grow. This is phase 1 of Electrify. I'll do another video really just breaking everything down, but this is just phase 1, and so here is the next book. Bro, it's going to be the next installment in Electrify. It's actually a prequel. It is called Permafrost, a short story. Here it is right here. I'm super excited and over the moon for this release because it is another story about an amazing character. We actually meet him in Electrify, and so if you have not read my first one, you need to read it because you'll meet him here first. And so his story is going to be about the things that he talks about in the book. Is that he has this vendetta to go to kind of help those that can help themselves, those people that are sexually abused, men and women, and there's a reason for that. And also he's just kind of on the run, so there's a lot of complexities to his character, and he's very young, so but there's some things excuse me, in there that happened that it just builds him as a person, as a young man. And I really love that story. Here's what my friend had to say, her early review, and it's actually on it's up for pre-order right now on Barnes & Noble. And so if you want to go ahead and do that, I would very much appreciate it. It is going to be on sale on March 14th, and you can expect it to be on Apple Books, excuse me, Rakuten Kobo, Scribd, all those great apps that I talked about before on another video. It is going to be on there. And so I just want to say another thank you to Draft to Digital for having such a great service. They have an amazing service for indie authors, and they want to help them to be able to distribute their books to different programs, like I said, like Rakuten Kobo, Scribd, Apple Books. I never thought I was going to be able to do that without having to publish traditionally. I'm just very grateful for them and their service. And then another thank you to Dale L. Roberts. I mentioned him before. Like I said, if it wasn't for him, I would not have been able to find Draft to Digital. So I'm just very excited to be putting these superhero books and just all my books out there, because I have a lot more releases coming soon, and not just in the Electrify universe, but other universes as well. And so I'm just very grateful for what God has allowed me to do, and I really appreciate your guys' support. And if you want to take that a step further, like I said, you guys would go ahead and pre-order my book Permafrost. Pre-order it now, and let me know what you guys think, what you guys are going to be expecting. You can come back and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just like, guys, I'm just over the moon about this, because I've been wanting to do this channel. I've been wanting to be an author for so long now, and I'm on my 4th book, and I'm telling you right now, as an author, it doesn't matter how many books that you publish. It doesn't matter. I'm on my 4th one. I still get choked up. I still get that kind of like bubbly feeling in my stomach, like the kind of butterfly feeling. I still get nervous. I still get just like excited, like a little kid in a candy store. I still get all those things, and it's just really just surreal to be able to do this. And like I said, to use services like Draft to Digital, it's just really amazing to be able to distribute all over the country, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you guys so much, and have a great day. Remember, if you are not having a good day, don't forget to drink some water first. That might help you. But read some good books. You can have, like I said, you can read mine. This is Britain's Bay, okay? And Mr. Postman and Electrify. And like I said, you can go ahead and pre-order Permafrost right now. It's up on Barnes & Noble. I will put the link down below. And thank you guys for watching, and have a great day, and happy reading.